Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a recipe video. I actually love making English toffee over the holidays, and my co-workers actually look at me like I'm completely crazy if I don't make it. So I decided to go ahead and film it and show you guys how I make this easy English toffee. So what you would need is 2 cups of butter, 2 cups of sugar, a nut of your choice. I usually do almonds, and I have them here on this cookie sheet because I'm going to toast them in the oven for about 10 minutes prior to putting it on the toffee. And you also need 2 bags of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now, this recipe is not difficult. As you guys can see, it does not require a whole lot of ingredients, but it can be time consuming because with any candy, you just have to know when to say when, if that makes sense. I do not use a candy thermometer in this recipe. Some may choose to use one, and I would say if it's your first time doing it, I would use a candy thermometer, but I use something that I call the ice method, and I will show you guys what that is as we get further into this recipe. And I did neglect to say that yes, you do need a bowl with ice in it, just ice, as well as 3 tablespoons of water. Okay, so you do need to add those ingredients as well. And here, guys, I have just added 1 cup of that butter because the ingredients that I showed you will make 2 sheets of English toffee. Okay, and some choose to do all 2 cups in one batch. I separated by 2 batches, if that makes sense. And here I just added 1 cup of the butter, and I'm just letting it melt. And again, this recipe, it's it's trial and error. The first couple of times that I did it, I burned the whole thing because the timing on it has got to be pretty accurate as far as when to pull it from the stove and all that good stuff, because 1 or 2 minutes not long enough and you'll have some really good caramel, and 1 or 2 minutes too long and you will have a burnt batch of butter and sugar. Okay, because that's all it's going to be. So now that the butter has melted, I am going to add to that 1 cup of white sugar. And I do use white sugar for this. I don't use brown. Um, and then I'm also going to add 3 tablespoons of water, just plain water. And I just put that right on top of the sugar. You may also add some corn syrup, a tablespoon of corn syrup to this recipe if you like. It is not necessary. I've made it several times every Christmas, so it turns out just as delicious without the corn syrup. And Lord knows there's enough butter and sugar in this recipe where you don't want to add any more unnecessary calories if you don't have to. So here I'm just stirring it, guys, and you really want to make sure you use the best saucepan that you own because this recipe, it gets so hot, you guys. I mean, you're making candy, so you got to put it in a saucepan that can hold up, okay? So use a really good one, a very sturdy saucepan, okay? Because if you have one of those little chintzy ones, it's gonna burn, okay? So just be careful and make sure that you use the best that you have. And then also you want to make sure that there are not any small children or pets around when you're making this recipe, because guys, when I tell you this toffee gets hot. I mean, it's over 300 degrees, so I would hate for a small child to get burned, or an animal. So if you have dogs, cats, things like that, you just want to make sure that they are nowhere around when you're making this recipe because safety is so important, okay? Alrighty, and guys, right now is the waiting game. You just waiting. You're waiting for that butter and sugar mixture to turn the perfect caramel toffee color. After you've made this for a while, you will know the color when you see it. But again, if you're making it for the first time and you have no idea what I'm talking about, then just be patient. It's gonna all come together, okay? And then this is when I use the ice method, guys. I just put 3 cups of ice in a bowl, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of that mixture and I'm just gonna drip it over the ice. That's what I'm gonna do. And what it's gonna do is it is going to solidify on that ice. And then you want to taste it. Is it chewy? Is it soft? Is it crunchy? You want it crunchy. You want it crunchy where it is not sticking to your teeth, but it has a nice crunch to it, okay? You don't want it chewy like caramel, okay? So again, it is not ready. I can tell by the color that it's not ready, but again, don't be afraid to use the ice method. It will save you a lot of time and heartache, and it will also save you a few dollars because then you don't have to invest in a candy thermometer. But if you do have one, use it. Okay? If you do have one, use it. And guys, I cannot I don't have it in front of me what the perfect temperature is for candy. Somebody can comment below if they already know what it is because again, I use the ice method. And then here, I'm just taking a Snapchat break. Thumbs up if you are on Snapchat and if you love Snapchat like I do. So, hey to my Snap fam. So again, as you guys can see, the color is changing. I bring my little ice back and I drip just a little bit on there. And when that gets ready, I'm going to taste it. And something tells me it's going to be perfect. And it was. So now you want to take that mixture very, very carefully and you want to pour it over a sheet pan that is lined with parchment paper. You can even do aluminum foil, but the parchment paper does work the best. And I'm just making sure to evenly distribute that toffee on the parchment paper. And it should glide right on off of your saucepan, leaving nothing left in there. Guys, this recipe has truly been a family, co-worker, and friend favorite through the years. So as time consuming as it can be, I do love making it for my loved ones over the holidays because they look forward to it. And here I've just let the toffee sit for about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm going to take those semi-sweet chocolate chips and I am going to distribute them across the toffee. And as you guys can see, it's kind of still, but it's starting to get very solid. That's what you want. That's what you want. And those chocolate chips, as I sprinkled them on there, they immediately started to melt because, again, we're talking about 300 and something degrees. Those chips are going to melt. I did go a little crazy with the chips right here. I probably could have stopped a long time ago. I don't know what. I guess I wanted it to be extra chocolatey this time around. And as you guys can see, those chips are melting. They are. And what you're going to do once they melt completely, you are going to take a spoonula and you're just going to spread it across the toffee as if you would a cake, if you were icing a cake. And I'm sorry I didn't show that part. And basically what I did was I just spread the chocolate around the toffee and then I topped it with the almonds. I'm sorry I didn't get that part recorded. And here, guys, I just took the toffee and I broke it up. No rhyme, no reason. I just broke it up into chunks, as you can see. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I put it in a little cello bag here because this is going to be a gift for someone. And these, I don't know about you guys, but I love homemade gifts that I get around the holidays because I know that someone took the time and the effort to make me something, and that is so special to me. So I do like making these type of gifts because a lot of love and time and effort has gone into it. So I love to give gifts such as these, and then I love to receive them as well. So I just put it in this little cello bag And again, I did make 2 batches of these, you guys, of this. So it is going to go a long way. And this particular gift is for one of my daughter's best friends. Hey, Jalen. And so we also, look at my husband. Do y'all see him? This is what I'm talking about. He's nibbling off the corner where all the chocolate is. Anyway, this is for Jayla, and we also included a gift card for her. And here I'm just adding the gift card to the bag. And again, you can add things to it, guys. If you're throwing in a gift card or throwing in anything with it, just throw it right there on the bag, and there you have it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.